What it do, Chopping Block fans? Well, week 3 is in the books, and we've seen a few familiar faces and then a few unsung heroes. But we also have seen a lot of heroes, familiar faces, ones we know about in the past. So on this episode, I also will go and give you my predictions for week 4, and I also will have a diehard fan here to represent the Saints Nation for my game of the week pick. Chopping Block starts now.
Yeah. Oh. It's like that, y'all. It's like that. It's like that. Oh. Slam on it. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back.
All right, Chopping Block fans. We have one of my favorite parts of the episode is the predictions, guys. And Chef Mike's been doing pretty good doing this for my first time, predicting the games. At the end of the year, I will go out and tell you what I end up with. But first game of the week, Thursday night game, y'all. We got to start with Thursday night. Thursday night is Cowboys in New York against the New York Giants. So I'm gonna pick the Cowboys. But I know they're having a lot of issues, a lot of internal issues. But I mean, like I always say, the Cowboys always have issues. They have a lot of internal issues. So look out for that one. Cowboys for the win. Sunday has a long list of noon games. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the Bengals at the Panthers. Um, I understand the Panthers had a couple of issues, and they trying to make it seem like it was Bryce's fault. I really feel like their line is an issue. They're playing the Bengals. Bengals. I'm not sold on the Bengals, so I'm picking the Panthers to win that one. Next game, Jaguars and H-Town and my Texans all day long. It's a no-brainer for me, y'all. It's Texans all day. Jaguars 0-3. We 2-1. Let's make it 3-1. Go Texans. Texans for the win. Next game, Broncos at Jets. Jets impressed me last week with that blowout. Aaron Rodgers still looked like Aaron Rodgers, and he has some weapons. So I'm picking the green. I'm picking the Jets to win that game. Next game, Vikings at Green Bay. Now, I'm probably a little biased on this one because the Vikings just beat us. Vikings has a good team, but Green Bay showed me something last weekend, and they're in Green Bay. So you know what? I'm going to go on a limb on this one, y'all. GB for the win. Next game, Steelers at Colts. Now, I went into a rant on my first couple of podcast episodes about Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Still, Russell Wilson all day. But Fields has proven that he needs a coach, and he needs a line. So Steelers for the win. Let's go. Next game, Rams at Bears. They've been giving Caleb a bad rap. He's had a first couple of bad games, but so has the Cowboys. So has a few teams, right? They're 1-2. Bears for the win. I'm picking the Bears, guys. Let's see. Next game, Eagles at Buccaneers. Told you before, I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. But Eagles are stacked. Eagles for the win, guys. Next game, Patriots at the Niners. I know the Patriots are in rebuild mode. There's no excuse. NFL football, everybody's tie their cleats up the same way and get suited, right? 49ers for the win. Next game, Commanders at Arizona Cardinals. Now, I like Marvin Harrison, but it's not. I don't think it's going to be enough to beat the Commanders. I'm going to be real with you. So, shout out to my boy, my barber, Commanders fan. Say, look, I'm going for it. Commanders for the win. 425 is the next two games. Chiefs at Chargers. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champs. And I'm just like I show love to my Texans, I'm always show love to the Chiefs for my boy Ron, my producer Ron. So Chiefs for the win against the Chargers. Browns at Raiders. Now, the Raiders have been my surprise pick for the year. They are really darn good. And I'm a Crosby fan. The defensive end, he's dope. So let's go Raiders for the win over the Browns. Browns in rebuild, y'all. All right. So Sunday night game, Bills at Ravens. One of the last undefeated teams, the Ravens. The last undefeated team, the Bills. Sorry, guys. Against the Ravens in Baltimore all day long. Derrick Henry, I'm a fan of that boy, man. Ravens for the win. Monday night football game, guys. Monday night is the Tennessee Titans at Miami Dolphins. Now, Miami showed something without Tua this weekend because they do have weapons. So guess what? I'm going Dolphins. Titans in rebuild, guys. There's nothing else to it. That's to go Dolphins for the win. So we'll be back.
Are you a diehard football fan? Do you have a team that you would ride or die for? If so, you are invited to come chop it up with Chef Mike on The Chopping Block, the podcast where real fans talk real football. We're looking for NFL fanatics to represent their favorite team and contribute to our show by providing insightful and knowledgeable commentary. No gossip, no politics, just strictly football. If you would like to be a part of this diehard nation, visit our webpage at www.rjstudios.com and click on the original content tab. Then fill out and send the submission form, and a representative will contact you with the next steps. You'll be invited to a live recording in our Round Rock studio, or if you're out of the area, you can join us online. With only 32 teams in the league, slots will fill up fast. Don't miss out on your chance to chop it up with Chef Mike.
All right, Chopping Block fans, we're back. So we've done my predictions for the week, but now I'm gonna give you one of the games that I didn't pick is my game of the week: Saints versus the Falcons. And I want to welcome one of our diehard fans, my boy Glynn.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Absolutely.
So, Glynn, are you from Texas or are you from Louisiana?
Born and raised in New Orleans, man.
Okay.
New Orleans, Louisiana, man, off the West Bank.
Okay, out the West Bay. All right. How long you been in Texas?
Oh, man. Since 1991.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I transferred schools here, went to college in San Marcos, and made Texas my home. Southwest Texas.
Southwest Texas. Old school. I got you.
Right, yeah.
So, I'm asking them questions because a lot of people are fans, and it was just interesting. Like, you're a Saints fan, we in Texas, like, you didn't pick the Cowboys or the Texans, so I was like, So I had to dig into that a little bit. So I appreciate your fandom and how long you've been a fan of your team.
I got an interesting situation with that.
Okay.
So growing up as a youngster, my Pop Warner football team, we were the Cowboys. So back in the 80s, you know what I mean, like 79, 80,
Dorset.
everybody would root for the Cowboys because they were winners. The Saints wasn't winning then.
Right.
So as a youth coming up, growing up watching football, either you were a Cowboy fan or a Steeler fan.
Gotcha.
So I was a Cowboy fan because my youth football team was
That's
the
just what you
Cowboys.
knew. It was
Right.
in your head. Yeah.
And so, the Saints were not good back then. And so as I got older and, moved here, I was like, man, everybody just bragging about the Cowboys and, talking bad about my hometown, about the Saints. And so I had to put the Cowboys down and get back
Yes,
on.
sir. And I appreciate it because I'm not a Cowboy fan. I'm letting you know, hey, don't hate on me, y'all. Y'all know how I feel. I'm Texans all day. But so living here, I'm from H-Town. I'm from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just not like one of those fans that just jump on the bandwagon. I'm H-Town all day. I've been here after I graduated from college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of culinary school. But they only show Cowboys games. That's a whole other rant for a whole other day, but it kind of pissed me off. So I had to ask you that. Like, are you a fan, or are you like a fair weather fan? Because some people, they jump on the bandwagon. Like, it's a lot of Cowboy fans trying to be on my Texans side right now, but I'm telling them we don't need y'all. Like, just stay where y'all at.
Right.
Y'all giving us bad mojo. That's probably why we lost the game this weekend. Like, for real. All right.
Possibly.
So, all right. So, what's your take on the win? So, I'm letting you know now. So, I'm picking the Falcons to win this game. And I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why. I watched them play the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed me some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They showed me some things that they could use against the Falcons. I mean, that they could use against the Saints that the Saints are lacking at. So I'm a football fan, Glenn. So no matter if it's the Texans, Saints, Cowboys, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
I look at defensive line, I look at offensive line, I look at running back, I look at receivers. Now, nothing against your Saints. I just go off of matchups. So how do you? So what? I know you're picking your Saints to win. Already,
Absolutely.
Right? So
Yeah.
tell me pros and cons about them facing the Falcons in Atlanta.
Okay, first of all, we can go back to the Philadelphia week. Philadelphia has a way better run game than Atlanta.
I agree.
So that's where they really
Okay, I agree.
they really gutted us at. You got it. You when you have a mobile quarterback and a primetime running back, that's a difficult situation to try to stop, and that's how they beat us. Kirk Cousins is not about to run the football, so in that aspect, I'm gonna give that advantage to the Saints.
Okay. Point taken.
Because they're not a strong running team.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we struggled against the run in that game. They exposed our weakness. I thought, Atlanta.
So you don't believe in Bijan?
Nah. Saquon, Bijan.
That was one of my pros.
But you got to look at what Bijan don't have. Again, when you have a running quarterback, that's another person you got to account for.
Also a fullback.
You got to account for the running quarterback. No, we don't have to account for Kirk Cousins. He's not a threat in running the football.
Not at all.
And he's a subpar passer. So
Subpar?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna go on and tell you, I
Yes.
think he's better than Carr. So, this Chef Mike's take. So,
Yeah.
if I line up them 2 quarterbacks, Cousin is more injury prone to me, for sure. Like by no means, I was sick when they gave him that money. Like, what? Kirk Cousins? Like, and then they drafted Penix. I'm like, y'all don't believe in him either. That's just how I felt. Like, straight up. Like, y'all drafted a rookie that's gonna be good in the future because y'all don't think Cousins is gonna be there long term because of his injury. Just his list of injuries he's had over his career. Now, Derek Carr. So, I don't know why I'm biased against him. But when he was, I know that it's politics and stuff.
Right.
But it kind of rubbed me the wrong way when his boy Adams came to the team and then he left him.
I didn't think it was his choice.
But I know, that's why I said politics. I think that was more of
That was a front office
the
thing.
office.
They didn't want to pay him. You know
So
what I mean?
I pushed that out the way. But far as managing a game, I think Cousins is better at managing the game than he is. So let me tell you one thing, talking about fan and Glenn. I'm picking this to be a really good game. That's why I picked it for game of the week. I think it's going to be like a shootout.
Because it's a rival game. Both
South.
cities.
Yeah, it's been a rival game.
It's been a rival for years.
Yeah. So that's like when the Colts and the Texans played the first week. Like I knew it was going to be a close game because we don't like each other.
Right.
So I don't know the same thing with them. Like Tampa Bay, right? Tampa Bay, another one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it, but I want to see a good game, but when it comes to pros and cons, like, do I see Derek Carr outshining Cousins? No, but do I see the Saints overall? Yes, I can see the Saints overall doing better than the Falcons because I don't see why they're so good. I'm gonna be real with you.
Exactly,
I
because
don't see why they're so good.
I don't think where the Falcons doesn't have they don't have any speed.
Yeah, they subpar.
They don't have any.
Like London is the only one I can think of.
Those guys are big 6'5", 6'6" guys.
All of them
they don't
are
scare you.
6'4", 6'5", right?
That's why Kansas City were able to get up in front of them. Didn't worry about getting beat deep. You know what I mean? Because they don't have any
But do the
much
Saints
speed.
have the same secondary attack as the Chiefs?
Absolutely. We only gave up one touchdown. That was a 60, 70-yard run. Everything else was field goals. So you got to look at Philadelphia. You know what I mean? I just think the Saints is a better off, well-rounded football team.
Overall.
Offensive-wise. We have speed. We got one of the best dual-threat running backs in the game, Kamara.
So I'm gonna pinpoint on that in a few minutes.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's going to be difficult for them to match up with us.
But their defensive line is pretty stout.
Yeah,
So-
we faced the defensive line this past weekend too. Now, Philadelphia has one of the best D lines too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not much.
that was a 13-1 team last year. Now,
Yeah,
let's
come
not forget.
on, let's not be that.
Let's
not
not
go.
forget. Philly
I
was.
mean, I can't forget
It was a 13-1 team in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Come on now. Let's be real.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Eagles. Like they on paper, yeah.
I think they're a good football team. Now they got a true running back. Saquon is a.
Now maybe way more than last year.
Yes, of course.
Way
yes.
more than last year.
Running back by committee, but now
See,
they
Devontae got hurt. You see that? I just looked it up. Devontae, I didn't see the hit, so I mean I know
it was
foul,
it
so,
was
like,
kind of dirty play.
like,
It was dirty.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah, I think
wow.
it was dirty. I think it was kind of.
Is he good though? Like I ain't even checked. I just saw it a few minutes ago telling Devontae, hey, I think Devontae got hurt real bad in that Saints game.
I haven't paid
He's not
attention to him.
that big, bro.
He's talented though, man.
He's super talented.
He's a Louisiana boy too.
Yeah, I know he is.
So he's
I
super
watched that
talented.
last game in Alabama, 200-some yards at halftime. He got hurt.
He's a good kid, man.
Yeah, I bet.
talented,
I mean, but
you
he's
know.
super small, so I know
Yeah,
that
that's
had to
another
be-
thing. He's real small.
He's like in size,
Yeah,
yeah,
size-wise.
stature, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So Alvin Kamara, one of my favorite running backs. Why is he so underrated?
I think up until the last two seasons, he was dealing with a lot of injuries. When Drew Brees was there, we was going to the NFC Championship games and getting cheated out of. He was. So he was our, he was our go-to guy because we didn't have any speed.
But they knew it.
We didn't have any speed.
That takes me to the next subject, Michael Thomas.
He stole money from us. He's a fraud.
But the reason why they was even able to stop Kamara, because what was he? I had to look it up today. I was like, where is Michael Thomas?
They released him.
They cut him in March.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
They released him.
I didn't know
hasn't
he
played in
tweeted
2.5
all that about
seasons.
Derek Carr and all that, bro.
He
what
hadn't
kind
played in
of dude are
2.5
you?
seasons, man.
What kind of dude are you chopping up on Twitter or X now about your quarterback while you at the house, while they on the field? That's kind of that. So before we got on camera, and I asked you about when did disrespect become okay. That's what I was getting at. It was more about the Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne thing, but like you don't bash your quarterback.
But he never even played with the guy.
He did play with him.
That's
They played a little bit, but he got hurt.
in fall camp. I mean,
I think it might have been
maybe
preseason.
1 or 2 games.
It
He
might have
didn't
been
even
preseason.
play last
It might have
season.
been preseason.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it might
this
have been
guy
preseason.
was stealing money for like the past 2.5 seasons, man.
So and he was good, bro. Like I don't like.
He was good for Sean Payton's system. That's what he was good for.
That makes a lot.
And over the years, everybody started catching on to us. So now we just gonna cover this big guy who's basically a tight end, and we had no speed. And so now we went and got the kid from Ohio State. Now we got the Snead kid. So now Kamara, we got speed now. So now you have to account for that. You know what I'm saying? So
She's
back
like
in
utility, right?
oh, yeah, he's a
He can
Swiss
do everything,
Army
bro.
knife, man. He's the guy.
I wouldn't be surprised if he could play DB because that dude
He's
is
the guy,
cold,
man. He
man.
run back, punch, kicks. He does
He
it all
made me.
for us.
He reminded me of Troy Brown. You remember Troy Brown for the Patriots?
Yeah, absolutely.
He bigger than him, and he's way more talented, way faster. But that dude is cold, bro.
Yeah, he's a
That
talented
70-yard
young
play,
man.
I was like,
Yeah.
whoa! I didn't know he had that in him.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who he was until I was on Madden, and my son did something.
Last week, because our O-line, we took a lot of hits, and so we couldn't run the ball. See, we ran the ball down Dallas Road. We gave everybody the recipe to beat Dallas.
I appreciate y'all doing that to Dallas.
I mean, we ran. Then Baltimore came and did the same thing. We just ran the
Back
ball.
was way bigger too.
Yeah,
Like,
so I
that's
think
disrespectful.
we had 2 offensive linemen went out in that game, and so that we kind of struggled up front a little bit. So that's we couldn't get our offense going. We started getting
for this game. You haven't really looked into
I haven't really looked into
that hurts when you.
I really don't start really paying attention to like maybe Friday, Saturday when
I really don't pay attention to Sunday morning.
see
bro.
what's the injury report.
9 a.m. 10 Sunday morning. I look at it. Okay, active because I mean you don't know. Cause I keep it away from the media too.
Yeah.
I don't
of
want you
course.
to know who I'm playing.
Of course, yeah.
Like, why would you know? Like, no, get your game plan together when we get on the field.
Yeah.
That's what's up, Glynn.
I'll
Okay.
give you-
So do you feel like Kamara's issues come from that off the field stuff?
Nah,
It don't sound like it's bothering you.
man.
Because it's still there, right?
This guy, you got to realize, this guy been in maybe 3 or 4 different colleges dealing
know
with
that.
issues. Yeah, he started out at Alabama,
I knew that.
then he went to JUCO, then he ended up at Tennessee.
Oh, so he went to JUCO after Alabama.
Right. So he went to
I was thinking he went
JUCO.
to JUCO first. I knew about the
No,
JUCO.
he went to Alabama, then he went to JUCO, then he went to
Alabama,
Tennessee.
man. They put some good players.
Yeah, and so, I think that case is over with. Am I not mistaken?
I don't think so.
You not sure?
Nah, yeah, we won't get into the legalities. That ain't got to do with us.
Yeah.
So, but I have a deeper question. Sean Payton, were you a fan of him?
Up until a point to where he didn't want to change what he was doing. He got stuck in what he was doing. He thought he could run the same stuff that he had with Drew Brees. You know, it's 2 different quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? You got different type of people.
Same way you did Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
when he was
exactly.
younger, man.
So you can't. That system got old. It's like everybody's catching on to the same thing he's doing in Denver right now.
Right.
You know, it was too predictable.
I knew he was going to draft him a quarterback, though, because he wants somebody he can, like, mold and control. Like, I want you to be this way. Even Breeze wouldn't do what he wanted to do.
Absolutely.
So, I seen them beefing a couple of times. But, I mean, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Sean Payton, man.
I thought he was good for the organization from when the storm happened, and
That's kind of how he.
I thought he was good for the city, for the organization.
He was a defensive coordinator, right?
No, he always been OC.
OC?
Yeah, he was the OC in Dallas.
Damn.
He always been OC.
That's what Sean Payton.
Yeah. He's always been
I
OC.
don't like him.
Yeah, he was OC in Dallas.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't like him, bro. So I want your prediction. What do you think y'all record would be at the end of the season? It could be a bold prediction.
I say 10-7.
10-7 is a good record, though.
Yeah, I think we get
In this day and age, 10-7.
because I don't think the South is that really.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna beat up on each other.
Think Arizona gonna come on? Could like step up a little bit?
No, Arizona, they in the East over there. What?
They are in the East. I keep forgetting about that. They split up. It's 4.
They used to be.
It's
Yeah,
Tampa Bay,
Atlanta.
Falcons, Saints, Panthers.
right. So,
I got it.
so I think
I got it.
I don't think we'll beat up on each other. I think we'll sneak in. I think
That whole division can do some things, except for the Panthers, maybe.
Yeah. So
Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield is really good.
Yeah. Surprise.
Yeah, I mean he had to check himself.
Yeah.
He had to check himself because when he was with the Browns,
Yeah.
he was arrogant. He was still the Baker Mayfield from college.
Yeah. Real kind.
And they sat him down, and he was like, "Hold up, I can still play."
Yeah.
That's what's happening to Watson right now. If he don't get his stuff together, bro, he's gonna be out the NFL.
Who?
Deshaun Watson. I don't like they writing him off.
I just think also you got to look at the systems these guys play in, man. You got to look at
but they gave him all that money, so all I'm
what's
saying is
around
he's
him.
gonna be there.
But they gave him the money years ago. You know what I'm saying? So he dealt with the injury, he dealt with the the allegations that he had. So also you got to look at the system and the players you
And I
have
was just telling him
surrounding
about that, like
him.
it matters. Like Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. He balling out, bro. Chicago wouldn't do nothing. Like, if Justin Fields was there right now with what Caleb had, I think he'd have been okay. Because he had weapons. But he went to the Steelers and ended up being backup, and then Russell got hurt, and look at him now. He's 3-0.
Yeah, Russell won't get that job.
He won't get it back.
Unless-
I was
unless he
rooting for him
really,
at the
really
beginning, but he
bad.
got hurt. It's done now.
I think he's a journeyman anyway. I don't think he's.
I don't know if he gets
I don't think he's a top level NFL starting quarterback.
I think he would have fit good with the Steelers. This is my take on it. I think he would fit good with the Steelers. But I mean, who's to know now? Like, we'll never know. Because I mean,
He might get a shot. Let's not count him out. This is a long season.
I don't see this dude being 3-0, and he's about to be 4.
No, they're not going to bench him now. I'm talking about for poor
Fight
play, or if he get hurt, you might see Russell. If they go on a 3-game losing streak, you might see Russell because now you need to change. But if he's
Tomlin
winning,
is pretty loyal, bro. So
yeah, he could probably be loyal to Russell Wilson because they brought him in there as a starter.
he did bring him, and then he got Fields out there.
Right.
Okay.
So, they traded for Fields later on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it'd be easier to get rid of Fields than Russell, for as money wise, contractual.
Russell's making most money though. Fields still on his rookie deal though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But it was a trade, so it's easier to trade him again. I kind of feel.
Nah, I think he's gonna be the future. I think he's gonna be the future.
of the
Yeah,
Steelers.
yeah. The Steelers, they stole one.
They got one, bro.
You know, I think Chicago. I think they're gonna regret that.
They gone.
Yeah, I think.
I feel for Caleb, but they gonna regret it.
You got to give kids time to groom and grow and get.
You let them get beat up all the years for the first 3 years, bro. Like, let them play, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of these organizations, if you're being successful right away, man, they put you on the back burner. But sometimes some kids need time to grow.
I agree with that, bro.
So
that's what have you done for me lately, league, though, man?
yeah, that is true.
There's no respect anymore, bro. It's
That is
like,
true.
you put them numbers, you ain't put them numbers, you gone in the middle of the night.
Everybody's job's on the line, man. They're gonna give you 2-3 years, man. If you ain't going in the direction they want to go, they getting rid of coaches.
Still in your rookie contract.
Yeah. You coaches too.
Oh yeah.
So
Dallas in trouble. I'm saying it right now. I'm gonna put it out there, Chopping Block fans. Dallas is trouble brewing. It's trouble brewing, bro. Glynn, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
And you, for now on, will be my Saints representative.
Absolutely. I can be any representative. Anytime, man. I enjoyed you guys inviting me in. You know what I mean? So anytime you need a fill-in, just hit me up. Let me know. I'm here.
It's the filler.
I'm in something to fill in, man. So I can talk about any team.
Yeah.
Anybody you want to go into. College, football, high school, whatever you want. I'm in. I'm
Good to
involved.
know, bro.
So just let me know. Ron have my number. You have my number. Just hit me up and I'll be your fill-in, my man. And again, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here, brother. We'll be back.
On first down, here's the give, and they blow the play dead. Looks like a false start on the Texans. Let's find out who.
Before the snap, false start, offense number 78. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, he got it out of the way early. Laramie
It's
Tunsil.
every week, though. I mean, you're a Pro Bowl player. There's no excuse for that. None.
Back to the 15 we go.
All right, Chopping Block fans. Before we go, I try to stay away from my Texans because I don't want no drama. But I this week, y'all, I got to talk about it. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I didn't believe that we were going to be undefeated. I never said that. Chef might never say, "Oh, my Texans is the best team in the league," but I do want to pinpoint on something. So they have tape on C.J. Stroud now. So that's just like any other quarterback, any other player. They got film on you, they can use it to their advantage. But in this last week, y'all, in week 3 against the Vikings, the Texans didn't use their weapons. Slowick didn't use the offense correctly. The defense held it down, but like any other team or any other sport, defense only could do so much, y'all, until they get tired. Vikings. Now let me hold on. Let me be straight about something. The Vikings has a really good darn team, really good defense, really good offense. Jefferson went off the first half, but then the defense shut him down the second half. So I've seen a lot of comments from Texans fans and everybody everywhere with their clickbait, right? But my whole issue is momentum. When you have a momentum in a game, it matters. Because you can't just go and even the Chiefs, you can't just go and you know what? I'm going to be down 14, 21 points. I'm just going to come back, because we just that good. Like, it's hard. Momentum means everything. The Texans were all down 14. They were down 7 after the interception and the score. We were down 14. And then Larry Tunsil proceeds to get false start after false start after false start, illegal procedure after illegal procedure. I'm going to go on record as saying, shout out to Larry Tunsil. He is the best left tackle in the game in my eyes. But you cannot be the best at anything when you have 6 penalties for almost 30 yards by yourself. It makes no sense. False start, I can understand in the opposing team's arena. Noise, you can't hear the cadence. I get it. But illegal procedure means you're lined up in the backfield. Nobody should be in the backfield but the quarterback and the running back. The left tackle's helmet has to be even with the center's waistline. If he's back in the backfield, that's saying 2 things. He's escaping, trying to win that play because he's getting beat on the edge, or he just don't care about what's going on. He's just going to do his own thing. Now, I heard this interview. He said that he thinks that the NFL is attacking the Texans, and they're trying to make a point out of penalizing us. False starts in an opposing arena, maybe. But the week before that, against the Bears, in H-Town, in NRG, he had 3. Make sense out of that for me, Chopping Block fans. I don't get it. I'm trying to not be biased here, but I'm a little pissed off about it because, bro, we was only down 14. That's really nothing. I've seen the Texans come back at the end of games down 14 points. So give me my Houston Texans fans. Give me your comments and your comments and your concerns in the comment section on this episode. I want to know how y'all feel because I'm still pissed off. It left a bad taste in my mouth because it's like, how do you come back? How do you go forward? How do you 18-yard pass to Tank Dell? Penalty, illegal procedure. Why are you lined up in the backfield, bro? Anyway, okay, so I wanted to pinpoint on that because, I love my Texans. Go Texans. H-Town all day. But we can't win shooting ourselves in the foot. So tell me how you feel about it. We'll be back. All right, Chopping Block fans, that's all I got for today. I want to thank my boy Glynn coming through representing the Saints Nation. We'll be seeing more of him. And I want to also add, leave any comments or concerns in the comment box down below. Also, don't forget to click that button, like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, Chopping Block. Peace.
Jam on it.